Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin still sliding. I don't think we are going to see here any major moves before we see the CPI data tomorrow. For me, it's still the case at the moment that the wave 4 peaked here around 20,480, 450, yeah, and that since then we have started to come further down. Today's price development gives us a little bit more of a clearer wave pattern, I think. On the micro side at least. So if I go to the 1 hour chart, my view is that from the recent swing high here at 20,460, we started to come down, yeah, and this was a wave A. Then we had a triangle here in a wave B, and we're now in the wave C. And now the question is, how is this wave C actually unfolding to give us certain price targets for the next moves down? So generally the trend is down, yeah, in this wave C. It is an impulse to the downside. Oops, didn't want to do that. Let's go back. Probably have to no, okay, let me just do that again. Bitcoin, changed here the chart, there you go. And yeah, the latest development here looks to me that this was actually a bit of an extended wave 1, and then we are possibly still moving up in a wave 2. Could be finished as well, but we are approaching key levels here. So let me just explain that. If we look at Bitcoin like that, then we have a nice 1-2 setup here now. So wave 1 with an A, B, C. At the moment this would be a running flat, but it could push a bit higher. Ideal retracement here for a wave 2 is in the region between the 38.2% fib level. That's typically where it starts, and we've reached that. That's why I'm telling you that it could theoretically be finished. Normally and ideally, you would expect a little bit more of a move to the upside here. Support ends sort of at, or resistance ends at around 19,410. So we're looking at actually this larger area here that is now of relevance in terms of resistance, from where we could move to the downside in a wave 3. So any of these fib levels could trigger a strong reversal to the downside. So we tried to break through the 38.2. We failed so far numerous times. If we push higher than the 19,180 level, the next relevant level will be 19,250, then 19,315 and 19,410. And from here we could then move down in a third wave. And I can also give you a target for the third wave, which is based on the last swing high here. So if I say, okay, maybe the wave 2 topped, I need to assume that to calculate a target, or I just go in the middle of it. But at the moment, that's all I have. So I can tell you, okay, maybe we topped here at 19,200. So a target for a third wave down would be around $18,300. That would be a third wave, should be quite a strong move down. Maybe that will happen tomorrow. Yeah. Again, we need to have a bit of an open mind with Bitcoin at the moment. There is no clearly defined pattern. There are structures, but there are multiple interpretations of this move down at the moment, especially if we do here micro counting. Yeah, the larger pattern doesn't really change, but it's the smaller patterns here which are at the moment sort of in flow. Okay, but this is sort of what I'd be looking at. So there's definitely a resistance area here, and we can head down from here in a third wave to the 1.618 extension to around 18.3k next, and then also follow through to lower levels, maybe into the 17k area here, 17.5k. Overall, as I said, the larger pattern doesn't really change here at all. We are still assuming that we're in the fifth wave down. That's pretty much been unchanged for weeks and weeks and weeks. And we say that this was a wave 1. Oops, I didn't want to do that. That this here was a wave 1 down. Here a wave 2 to the upside, a wave 3 down. Here the wave 4 most likely peaked. And we are now coming down in the fifth wave. Again, in the first instance, I would say key support for that when we have completed this fifth wave, yeah, or at least fulfilled the requirements, which means we have our C wave down complete, then we probably find some support here at the support level of the descending wedge. If we break below that, we can go down in this particular scenario all the way down to 15.8k, but that would be the maximum that this particular scenario allows. Now, generally Bitcoin can drop lower, of course. We would then simply go into a different wave pattern. This is at the moment one very likely one where I see this move as an ending diagonal that could end the bear market. Based on this wave count, the downward potential is limited, but yeah, sort of looking still at the area between 16k, 17k for that. I've got another chart as well that I showed you in previous videos where we could go a bit lower, maybe to 14k. Can we go lower than that? Yes, we can. You know, I'm not sitting here and telling you we can't go any lower than that. But from my point of view, at the moment, it doesn't make any sense to think about that really. Well, you can think about it, but there is nothing that can tell us we are definitely going to go there, right? So we have to see how is the market going to react to the next significant low, and then we take it from there. But yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. Tomorrow, CPI data. Yeah, that will be interesting. I'm gonna see probably a lot of volatility tomorrow. Again, if we see, I don't know, I have no idea what numbers are coming out, but if it is higher than the market would expect, then yeah, this could definitely confirm here this third wave to the downside. Problem is that Bitcoin is in a messy wave pattern, and this just leaves a lot of room for interpretation, yeah. Especially as if you zoom out, we are in a wedge, so we haven't even broken out of that wedge yet. So we are in a pattern, and of course, you know, we can go up and down this pattern here. Yeah, there is a lot of scope for up and down here, unpredictable movements, and it's just best to recognize that and maybe sort of sitting on the sidelines here for Bitcoin, which I'm doing at the moment, yeah. Just maybe here and there, DCA a little bit for the long term, putting it on the hardware wallet, but only really when we have a confirmed bottom in place. That's when I will go in more aggressively. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.